Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading. It is only 5:45 a.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. It's very early in the morning, but I wake up on a regular basis, probably around 4 a.m. no matter what. Even if I'm off, even if I have nothing to do, even if it's the weekend, this is just the time that my body is used to waking up. And as hard as I try to sleep in, I can't do it. So what do? I come in to the charts. First thing, I want to, get into the main major averages, the SPY, the Qs, the S&P futures, the pre-market gappers. And then I want to look at the 10-year treasury. I want to look at Bitcoin. There's the economic calendar I want to look at. And then I start breaking down charts, and I take all of that information and I put it onto our Discord. Okay. So I'm going to show you all that in just a second. I'm also going to go over some trades that I took on the micro E-mini, which is the S&P futures. I'm going to go over that with you guys. I traded basically the entire Globex market. So the Asian Open, which happens around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. my time last night, all the way up until our pre-market session. So at 3 a.m. our time is when the London Open happens. So you'll see volume around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., really coming in to our futures market at that time too. And I like to capitalize on a lot of technical analysis that I do. So I'm going to go over all that with you guys. I'm going to show you how I'm a technical trader. I trade on technical, trend lines and price levels. This is what I use to formulate my thesis for whatever trade plan I'm looking at. I also, why did I go blurry? I don't know. Maybe I was moving around too much. I also had one of the better weeks that I've had, in recent history, since the market has been absolutely trash, starting with the momentum stocks. Basically the last couple months hasn't really been that great. We've seen good moves, so, don't get me wrong. I have actually, made some really nice trades on that. And the overall market has been very choppy. So I had a good week where I finished, up over $500. I had, over $300 on the momentum trading. I had about $100 on options trading on my new Webull account, and then another $100 trading the futures market. So while the overall market was horrendous and people's accounts were getting fried, I made money. As a day trader, it's good to take advantage of these very volatile types of markets. So, there's definitely ways that even if the overall market is bad, you can take put contracts. Everybody in the Discord did very, very good on taking short positions on the overall market. We come in the morning and we figure our bias based on price action, trend lines, the overall, market structure, and, some fundamentals in there as well, some economic data. We take all that, we build the thesis in the morning, and then we get into our positions. So you're more than welcome to come join the Discord. It's only $99 if you join now. So eventually we're going to go to a subscription based. $99 right now, lifetime. You pay one fee, that's it. You're good for life. This is a channel that is growing very fast. So it's kind of like getting in for a very good price now before we turn into more of a subscription based per month fee. So definitely take advantage of that. I'll post it in the description where you guys can get in. So let's see, let's start with, this is what I post, by the way, every morning. So I always start with our motto: manage risk. It's right behind me here. Follow your rules and take profit out of the market today. This is so important. You have to manage and preserve your capital or you will not last. That is the key. And you have to set a set of rules for yourself that you follow. You have to follow them. You can't just make a beautiful set of rules and not follow them. You will break them. That will happen. Everybody does. As you get more consistent, you will break your rules less. That is the progression of a day trader. So here we go. This is what I post, daily preview. All this stuff here, economic data, pre-market gappers. And then with the pre-market gappers on the small caps, I'll post, this stocks that I'm looking at, key levels. Large caps, I'll do the same thing. And then during the day, we'll have the call outs where, every time we see, ticker symbols moving, we'll call them out on that to make it very, very clear and obvious which stocks are, ripping up. So here we go. Let's get into this trade a little bit. Man, my camera is really blurry. So don't even look at me right now. That should iron itself out. Should anyway. So on the S&P futures, what we do, or what I do, I'm sorry, is at the Asian Open. Now, the Asian market was so bad today, which was, they're 12, 13 hours ahead of us. So their market tanked off the open. Absolutely tanked. They kind of followed us. They followed suit because our market was very choppy and not very good today. So their market was down over 2%. So here we go. This is the initial drop in the Asian Open. Our futures also dropped at the same time. Now, I got involved, and by the way, this is $69 on these trades right here. So, this was a nice little Globex trading session that I did here. Very nice for very little risk, which I really like. I like taking these micros is actually a little more fun than just taking one contract of the big E-mini because I get to get into positions and scale out. So I've been working a lot on trying to scale out of positions better because I'll notice that I leave a lot of money on the table. So anyway, I noticed the big drop. On this big drop, I wait. So we hit a low here of 42.75. I waited for the suck back. I call it the suck back. The price drops and then sucks back. And then I got short 3 points off of this bounce. So I like to try to get good entrances. When price is dropping so fast, I like to see a bounce up real quick, get in short for the next, the next drop. So that's what I did here. Waited for the suck back, hit the sell button in this case 3 times, immediately got filled at 42.78, and we came right down and I took profit on these 3 contracts. Did I take the profit too early? Yeah, I kind of scaled out in this one candle, but we bounced like that suck back that I just said. We bounced about 5 points in a matter of seconds. So this would have been nice if I would have just put my buy order out here at some point, but it's tough to find out where the bounce is going to happen. So anyway, that was the first trade. Went to sleep, like I said, woke up around here. Now, when I wake up in the morning, like I said, I go over, I'm sorry, this was when I woke up, right here. So right here, I start drawing out technical analysis. So trend lines. This is what I noticed. We have a floor here, and you can tell this whole way, this floor really held because we were already down so much. Now at this point right here, this is where I went back and bought 3 more contracts for another quick scalp here. I was watching the Asian market. Okay, so I was watching the Nikkei, and we started to bounce off of the bottom over in Asia. We got a bounce. So I noticed, I'm like, okay, if we get a bounce over there, this trend line should probably break on decent, bars. So that's what happened here. I got in here for the break of this trend line. The Asian market was going up at the time, and then I just took my profit out here. So those were 2 really nice, well thought out trades. And then this one was also a very nice trade. And this just happened about a half an hour ago. Bear with me a second. I just need a sip. By the way, that's not beer. That is seltzer. I love seltzers. So anyway, trend lines again. I notice at 2 a.m., like I said, 2 a.m. has been a massive time for the market overseas. This is the pre-market for the UK Open. The UK opens at 3 a.m. 2 a.m., price starts to tank off of VWAP. So VWAP is the only thing that I use when I trade futures. I have the RSI here because I've kind of been testing and working with it a little bit, but I haven't really needed it. So we're under VWAP. That's all you really need to know. If we're under VWAP, plays should be to the bearish side. If you're under VWAP, until you get over VWAP and you stay over VWAP, it should be bearish sentiment at that point. So then it just becomes, well, where do I want my entrance to be, where I'm going to get a good entrance, low risk, and be able to take advantage of the most reward. Trend line here I drew out, and it came right to VWAP. Absolutely perfect. This was one of the more easy trades I've done. Took a contract short here, and then it immediately tanked. Did I wish I took 5 contracts there? Yes. But when I first get into the markets, I usually take it slow before just jumping in with full size. I had a coffee at that point, but I need some time to wake up. So I took this trade because this was a very nice setup. This is the type of setup that you would call an A+ setup. You have VWAP right here. You have a trend line right there that's called multiple confluences. You have the overall direction of the market, which is down. Everything is working in your favor at this point. This was an excellent, excellent entrance, a very nice trade. Like I said, this is a 4-point trade. That is very good with the futures market. Any more than 1 contract would have been even better, but it is what it is. So that's $68 of profit with the E-mini, and that's the trade that I just did. And for the rest of the day, we'll take a look. It's still early. We'll see what happens, but I want to bring you in on what I do in the mornings, how I do it, and, going over that trade with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. And, don't forget about the Discord. It's a great community. It's so much more fun to trade with other traders. Trading alone was just so boring. And, you know, not as much fun. The amount of, you know, fun I'm having right now trading, I've never had before. And it's because of that community. So I thank everyone that's in there for, you know, making my trading life so much better. So that's it, guys. I'll see you back on the next one. Take care.